Stop trying so hard to find peace. I know that sounds backwards, but here's what nobody tells you about inner peace. The more you chase it, the more it runs away from you. And if you are in midlife, 40 years or older, you've probably been taught that achievement equals peace, that control equals safety. But what if I told you that everything you've been doing to create peace is actually creating more stress? I'm going to share a shift that transforms constant survival mode to genuine inner peace. This isn't about meditation apps or morning routines, even though those are nice. This is about a fundamental shift that I like to call moving from surviving to receiving. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your current approach isn't working and exactly what to do instead. Let me paint a picture that might feel familiar. You wake up already thinking about your to-do list. Your nervous system is on high alert before your feet even hit the floor. You've become the manager of everyone else's emotions, the solver of everyone else's problems, and the keeper of all the details that make life work. You tell yourself you're strong, independent, capable, and you are. But somewhere along the way, being strong became being exhausted. Being independent became being isolated. Being capable became being overwhelmed. Here's what's really happening. Your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. It's constantly scanning for threats, for problems to solve, for ways things could go wrong. This isn't your fault. We've been conditioned to believe that peace comes from having everything under control. But think about it. When was the last time you actually felt peaceful after achieving a goal? Maybe for a moment, but then your brain immediately jumped to the next thing that needed fixing, managing, or achieving. That's because achievement-based peace is temporary. It's conditional, and it keeps you trapped in a cycle of constantly proving your worth. Let me share what this looks like when you make this shift. Imagine the person who spent decades being everyone's rock. They managed their family schedules, solved workplace crises, and never asked for help because asking for help felt like admitting failure. Then they learned something that changed everything. They learned how to receive, not just gifts or compliments, but support, love, and even rest. They discovered that their worth wasn't tied to productivity, that peace wasn't something to achieve, but something to allow. Instead of waking up in problem-solving mode, they started each day by asking, what wants to come through me today? Instead of managing everyone else's emotion, this person learned to trust that other people were capable of handling their own experiences. Instead of controlling outcomes, they learned to influence with presence. This is what I call Shift 5 in my framework, from surviving to receiving. It's the most profound shift because it changes everything else. When you stop trying to control peace and start allowing it, your entire relationship with life transforms. So how do you make this shift from surviving to receiving? This is where the positive perspective method comes in, and it starts with understanding 3 fundamental principles. First, you have to recognize that your nervous system has been trained to find problems. It's not broken. It's actually doing exactly what it was designed to do. But in our modern world, this hypervigilance keeps you trapped in cycles of stress. The first step is learning to consciously shift your nervous system from threat detection to receiving mode. Second, you need to understand the difference between control and influence. Control is exhausting because it's fighting against the natural flow of life. Influence is energizing because it's working with life's natural rhythms. When you try to control outcomes, you create resistance. When you influence with presence and authenticity, you create attraction. And third, and this is crucial, receiving isn't passive. It's not about becoming helpless or dependent. True receiving is actually a highly active state of openness. It means being open to support while being aware of what serves you. It means be open to opportunities while recognizing what aligns with your values. Here's what this looks like. Instead of asking, how can I fix this? You start asking, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, I should be able to handle this alone, you ask, who could support me with this? Instead of pushing through exhaustion, you ask, what does my body need right now? The transformation happens in these small daily choices to receive instead of just survive. And when you make this shift, something beautiful happens. You don't lose your strength or independence. You actually become more powerful because you're working with life instead of against it. I want you to imagine what your life could feel like 6 months from now if you made this shift. Picture waking up not with anxiety about your to-do list, but with curiosity about what the day might bring. Imagine having conversations where you're not constantly managing other people's emotions, but actually connecting authentically. Think about the relief of not having to have all the answers or not having to be strong all the time, or not having to prove your worth through productivity. This isn't about becoming lazy or irresponsible. It's about becoming receptive to the support and love that's actually available to you. The truth is, peace isn't something you achieve. It's something you uncover by removing the barriers you've built around it. And the biggest barrier is usually the belief that you have to earn it, control it, or create it through your own effort. When you shift from surviving to receiving, you give yourself permission to be human. You give yourself permission to be supported. You give yourself permission to trust that you are worthy of peace, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Now, if you're ready to make this shift from surviving to receiving, please go to PamelaStarusta.com for additional resources and information. The link is in the description below. If you ever feel stuck or feel like you don't have the emotional freedom you thought you would have by now, I would love to connect with you and give you guidance on where to start. Click the link in the description below. My email is located at the bottom of every page. I want you to know this truth. Inner peace isn't a destination you reach. It's a way of being, and you can access it right now, regardless of your circumstances. If this video helped you see inner peace in a new way, give it a like and subscribe for more content that challenges conventional wisdom about personal growth. I'll see you in the next video.